Hey everyone, Alan Bauer here in Bay City, Michigan. And tonight, Karen and I watched a couple movies. We watched a movie called Statin Nation and Statin Nation 2, and it's all about the statin drugs. And a lot of you that follow me know that I do work a job in insurance and deal with Medicare people all day long. I sell Medicare policies. But the interesting thing is when I go through these plans, I help people make sure they got all their doctors and network and they have their prescriptions covered. And it's just amazing. Almost everybody that I talk to, I mean, like almost everybody, there's a couple rare exceptions, but almost everybody is on some type of statin drug. They're taking atorvastatin, they're taking, simvastatin, they're taking, generic Lipitor, or the regular Lipitor, or they're taking rosuvastatin, some kind of statin out there. And when I came back to the U.S., I'd lived outside of the country for most of a decade. I worked overseas, Iraq, Afghanistan, and Bishkek, Kyrgyzstan. And then when I came back to the U.S., I went to the VA, and first thing they do is the blood work and everything. And what do? They say, "Oh, gee, your cholesterol's a little high. We need to put you on these statins." So I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe it's because I'm getting older, I'd put some weight on, things like that. So I said, well, let's try it, maybe, because I bought into all this stuff about, risk of a heart attack and everything. And we don't have any coronary artery disease, no heart disease, anything like that in my family. And I remember both my parents were on statins also. My mom took the Lipitor, and Dad did. And I mean, everybody I know, just about everybody I know out there, the doctors are putting everybody on statins. Well, I had a quick story about myself. Christmas about 2 years ago, I'm out at my brother's house. I really thought I was going to die out there. I mean, when I first started taking these statins, I didn't get the connection between it, but I had this pain running down my back, and it was coming down my arm here, and and I felt like, oh my gosh, am I having a heart attack or what? Because I could feel the pain and everything, and I feel the numbness in my arm, and I mean, it was just excruciating pain. I'd wake up in the middle of the night from it. So I went to a chiropractor and everything, and he's working on me, and then finally he starts asking me like, "Hey, are you taking statins?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm taking this," and he's like, "Yeah, I'd probably do something different, probably take something more natural." So at that time, I started taking, fish oil instead. And it took a few weeks, but everything went fine. And, I didn't have those pains running down anymore, and I felt better. Of course, I go back to the VA, and, the cholesterol's higher again. So anyway, we're watching this movie, but, let me get back to the story of Christmas 2 years ago. So I'm at my brother's house, and they switched me on this different statin, because the other one wasn't working good enough. So we need to get your cholesterol lower, and I don't know what was going on, but I'm sitting on the couch with Karen, and my brother's there, and my sister-in-law, and the whole family, and my niece and nephew, and I just start like going out of it. I mean, like I'm out of my mind. Like I didn't know what was going on. I hand Karen my keys, and she knew something was up, and I said, she was like, "Do you want to go?" And I'm like, "Yes." So she's driving home. She wanted to drive me to the hospital, and I just didn't want to go, but I mean, I'm passing out in the car, and I could barely make it out of there. I'm trying to stand up to walk. I'm hoping I don't fall flat on my face, but I had a very bad allergic reaction to one of the statin drugs. So, I go back into the VA, but I'd started doing natural things, like I was taking fish oil, and I started taking the CBD and the turmeric and everything else. And I started eating healthier and working out, walking, all that stuff. You know what? And all my levels like went to normal through natural ways. But it's like everybody just, they think we got a pill for everything to do it. And I'm not against medicine or technology. I know like our longevity gets or our longevity is getting longer. We're living longer and everything. But are we really healthier? So we may be living into older ages, but people are still broke down, and I don't want to be like that when I get older. I'm 56 right now. So one of the things I started doing, like I had some issues too with my back. I went to the VA and they're like, "Oh, you got degenerative disc disease," and I mean, it was painful. I was like really, really hurting. So anybody that's out there that's ever had back pain. So anyway, the good thing about the VA, I do like the medicine too, because I mean, as far as the doctors not actually taking medicine, I don't take any medicine now. I just take all natural supplements. But the doctors, went through the physical therapy. They showed me some exercises to do with my back, and then I started getting in shape. I started lifting the kettlebells. And, I'm not going to go in any bodybuilder contest or anything like that, but I'm taking small steps. I only work out about 10 minutes a day. And I just really, really believe that we need to start doing natural things, and I do have I went through this course through the, be a health coach, and I did this course for 2 years through IIN, if anybody's ever heard of that. But we went into all this different natural stuff, and Karen's actually working on her naturopathic program right now. She's finishing that up. Actually, she's writing her thesis on that. But I'm really, really big into doing things natural and not necessarily taking the drugs. So what am I doing here? So, as far as losing weight, I actually looked at one of the new packs. They got the silver pack number 4, and it really has all the stuff that I like in it. It has some of the creamers in it. This is a keto creamer, and I know everything's backwards here, but they're just nice little packets. When I get up in the morning, actually the first thing I do when I get up in the morning, I do take my CBD oil, the 10X Pure Gold Super 1000. It's enriched with the CBDA, and this stuff it blows away CBD. I mean, if you like CBD, you think it's great, you haven't seen anything yet. You got to try the CBDA. And then I work out before that, but what I do too is I will use the pain rub if I get any pains on my arms and stuff from working out. And it knocks it out in a couple minutes, so I'm not feeling any pain, takes the inflammation down. And I also I'll make a coffee in the morning. This is what I have for breakfast. I just rip one of these open. It's got the creamer in it. They're really good. It's all keto friendly, so the keto diet's really working good. And then for lunch, I'll use the Extreme Shake, and I just take 1 scoop of that. I put that either in coffee or I'll shake it up. Most of the time I do it in coffee. I just kind of like doing it with the coffee. So that's what I have for breakfast and lunch. And then at dinner, I'll eat a salad, I'll eat some kind of meat, I could eat pork chops, I could eat brats, chicken, whatever, so I'll just have something. It doesn't always have to be like it's super healthy or anything, but I try to eat pretty much healthy, but sometimes on the weekends too, I'll have some dessert, things like that. And then the other thing I do take is the vitamins. It has the 10X Pure in it, and I'm waiting to go to the VA because my vitamin D level is always really low, but I take 2 of these in the morning, and they look pretty big, but they actually go down pretty easy. So I take 2 of these, and that's my routine every day, every single day. That's what I use. I work out 10 minutes, and I'm not on any prescription drugs at all. None. I used to be on, the statins. That was the big thing, and I mean, it wreaked havoc on my body. And watching this movie tonight just really made me think about this. And I'm not saying this stuff is going to cure everything, but I'm talking about the CBD helping you out, internally, feeding your endocannabinoid system, the keto diet to help get the fat off, a little bit of exercise, get some muscles on you. We need to do some things that are natural. And like I said, I'm not the type of person that goes to the gym. I've lost 24 pounds so far. I know I put a bunch of muscle on too. I still got a long way to go, but I'm extremely happy with the progress that I'm making. It's about little steps all the way, and it's kind of like we can do things in life. Life's kind of like going down the river on a boat. Say you're on a canoe and you're going down this river, and you can just sit there and let life take you wherever you want. Maybe there's a couple turns and you have a direction to go, and like there's some really hard rapids there and it goes over a waterfall, and if you just let life go, it's like, well, I'll just sit here. I got oars in the boat, but I'm going to sit here and I'm going to go over the waterfall and collapse and, to my death and go over there. Or there may be like a nice little peaceful channel that you go this way, and it takes you to a beautiful island, and you know, you got amazing fruit trees and a garden and all kinds of stuff there and beautiful views, and you can watch the waterfall from the other side. You know, we have choices in life every day. You can either just sit there and let everything happen. I believe that we control our own destiny, though, and that's what I wanted to talk about today. Is just, you know, take charge of your life, make some decisions. It doesn't have to be anything major. Just pick one thing you want to change in your life, and just take a little steps at a time. For me, I actually picked a couple of things. One was my health, and the other was my wealth. So through my health, I'm getting back into shape. You know, my body's getting better. I'm feeling healthier. I'm, you know, working out, and it's nothing major. Like I said, 10 minutes a day. Pick whatever you want to do something. And health-wise too. I mean, you can choose to sit there, like I got the TV on here. We watch that movie. We're not big TV watchers, but some people, you know, they go to a job every day. They may not like it, and then they sit home and they eat junk food and watch a TV. And I mean, it's okay to do that now and then, but if that's your whole life and you wonder why you're not getting ahead anywhere, you're just treading water and you're expecting something different to change, it's probably not going to. How about working a business or something? Maybe this one's it for you, maybe it's not. Maybe you just want to be a customer, that's cool too. But that's all I got for tonight. I just wanted to do this video here and just give you something to think about. You know, do you want to do take synthetic things that you put into your body, or do you want to try the natural route? And like I said, I'm not against medicine or doctors or anything. I believe in both, but I think there's a good thing that we can avoid a lot of the medical thing through healthy natural options. So that's all I got today. Thanks.